National News, there is one asset. I have with me Sharyar Khan, a social activist, entrepreneur, a philanthropist, a politician, avid reader, wildlife enthusiast. He's going to speak to you on the IMA scam, which has taken place 2 years back. He's been closely following, and I've previously interviewed him. And he's going to tell us what exactly his role would be in. He's going to give his office to the people to come and see that they do the online claim forms here. Sharyar, welcome to National News.
Thank you.
We have been following this IMA scam very closely.
Yes, very good.
And you have spoken to various medias and you have spoken to me. What exactly are you planning to do? Because from the 25th of November, the claims online will start. So how are you going to be a help to the investors?
What we are doing is, what I intend to do is that I have an office in Queens Road where we are sitting just now. I am going to open a facilitation center here. So, Mr. Harshi Gupta, Complaint Authority has said very clearly, he has made the process very easy. He has actually appealed to the investors not to go anywhere else, and it is fairly good. I agree with him because I believe the Senate tenders are very easy and the form is also very easy to deal with. Now, here my role is the role of a facilitator. If somebody feels that they are not able to comprehend the form, they are not able to understand, they can come here. I will have a computer here, free of charge, without costing anything to all the communities, because crime has no community. We are going to be the facilitators and maybe help them, maybe answer a few queries if they have. For instance, the gold loan, the marriage loans and all that. That is what we are going to do.
No, but actually this claim form, it will be in Kannada and English.
Yes.
So you have to keep a person who is knowledgeable with the language and with the thing, because they're asking certain questions.
We'll do that.
And ultimately what happened, it is the Aadhaar card which is very important. And we got information that IMA had given, this Fonzie company had given one ID card, saying that you're an investor. Even that card will
the thing about the OTP, UTR number, there is some clarification, further clarification required from the Complaint Authority, which I think will be forthcoming very soon. There is also this thing about, the expats who are outside and the people, these people work on the other side, physical verification, going e-attestation from the Tahsildar. Whether Tahsildar, they have empowered the Tahsildar. But I think, any gazetted officer like it happens in the past would be better, because local Tahsildar means it's again bureaucratic hurdle. So those things are there. I think that has to be cleared by the Complaint Authority. But right now I'm not going to that. My role is going to be the role of a facilitator.
And now this scam is 1 year, 8 months and 10 days or 12 days it has taken place. And the amount of scam is up to 3,000 to 3,500 crores, and some only 475 crores have been recovered. So how do you think would this role of the court would be in facilitating the people to get back the money? Because Harsh Gupta was very clear in saying that people who have given 1 lakh or smaller amount, they would be facilitated earlier. So how do you think this...
there are two aspects to the case, legal and moral. Legal, I think the court has to deal with it. Now, what Mr. Harsh Gupta perhaps was saying was a moral aspect, that people have suffered more and accident prone and stuff and disease, they should be given priority. But otherwise, as the law stands, it has to be pro rata distribution. That is, if you have invested 1 lakh, you get 30%. A person who has 10 lakhs, maybe 30% of 10 lakhs. In many case, what happened was it was pro rata. So
one fixed rate.
Not fixed rate. Pro rata is in proportion. 10 lakhs, if you are given 10 lakhs, then you will get 30% of 10 lakhs. Somebody who is given 1 lakh, 30% of 10 lakhs. Or, like Mr. Gupta said, very nice of him to have, have concern for those people who might have really suffered, that they might give a priority. That is a prerogative of, I think, could be the court, not the Complaint Authority, because ultimately
it is the court. Yeah. And there are some leaders, I don't want to name them because I don't like to name them. They are not worth naming. They are claiming that they are the ones who told the accountability to have the claim form, and they have told to certain channels that you claim that I will get the money back. So how do you think?
That is nonsense. That is utter rubbish. They should not begin those canards. I don't know which politician they are referring to. But as far as I am concerned, we should not politicize it. This should be a very smooth process where, the Complaint Authority on one side, I think CBI is also investigating in ED, that thing, and the court. See, one thing I'm concerned about is that Mr. Harsh Gupta was telling the press that the value of this scam is 2,900 crores. And finally, after deducting...
485.
After detecting what some people might have received as interest or dividends or whatever that the thief Mansoor might have called it, nomenclature, the value of the scam comes down to 1,450 crores. But they have recovered only property worth 450 crores. Now here the catch is, whether these people will go with the value of the sale date, which will be wrong.
I was going to ask you the question.
Yeah, because this is an old scam. This normal transaction have happened prior to demonetization and black money was rampant in real estate.
This property which they are doing, they are calculating the government value base.
Yeah, which one?
The property which they
450.
Yeah, 450.
That is the 450 is the government value?
That's what I want to ask you, because I
believe that it's
a government value, because ultimately the registration is done on the government value.
That's what I'm telling you, Rizwan. See, it is government value is 450, but you and I know that the market value would be 10 times more or 5 times more.
That's what.
So what I'm trying to say is, there is an Act of Parliament, 2014 Act, Fair Compensation Act for agricultural laborers and XYZ, where there is a multiplier. If this is the value of the sale rate, you multiply it by a factor of 2 or 3 or 4 as the case may be. Or you take the sale rates of the previous 3 years transacted in that area and you take the highest highest value of the sale rate, and that will be computed and that will be taken as the baseline. Something like that should be done.
No, supposing just for hypothetical question, it's 475 crores. If they multiply it with 3 times the sale value.
Easily, yeah.
Because the properties, most of the properties in Queens Road, Fletcher Town, Richmond Town, Cassett Street, and so all the prime areas which are square feet ranging from 15,000 to 20,000. But in the government value books, it is somewhere 4,000 or 4,500. So do you think that the court should look into the matter, saying that ultimately the property would be sold, they won't sell it to the government value? So that benefit should be given to the investors to get the
Definitely. Government cannot, the court, honorable court, cannot allow the property to be sold at the value of the sale rate. It's going to be cheating. Already, I believe the real estate sharks are eyeing those properties. It's going to be cheating the investors. I think that Fair Compensation Act of 2014. See, this is just my advice or brainstorming. Some kind of a law like that has to be considered, because sale rate before demonetization, if the value of the property is 1 crore, the guidance value was only 20 lakhs.
No, there is
70 was black money.
No, before demonetization, after demonetization, when they're selling the property, they're going to sell it as of today's date. So they won't be selling. What's the rate?
Post demonetization, many properties were sold as white properties, taking white money. The scope for black money was very less, obviously, because demonetization was taking effect. Now it's come back to normal. But prior to demonetization, if the value of the property was 1 lakh, the guidance value was 30,000. 70,000 we would take in, anybody was selling, would take it in and adjust it somewhere else. So that needs to be looked into, this one. That is very important. If the value enlarges from 450 to 1,300 crores, you can imagine most of them will get back their money. Yes, I think Harsh Gupta sir can do that.
And there's other forensic companies also, that's a different issue. Now the main question is, how long will this take? Because once you put it in the court, it's not so easy. One has to wait for the courts. It may take 7 months, 8 months, or 1 year. So in this period, what do you think that it's going to
How long? It is an open-ended process. But
because you have to wait for the properties to be sold.
Yes, but see, it's like this. Entire property cannot be sold in 1 day or 1 month. As the properties are sold, there is something called as piecemeal distribution. Piecemeal. That is, you sell one property of value 20 crores and you distribute that money. Then another property in that money. Or you wait for the entire property to be sold for to keep that money, then sell. That is not possible. So I don't know what option the court is finally going to recommend. That we have to see.
And there was a talk and rumor that this Foster Mansoor is going to take a stay out on the buildings. And according to the law, he's a foreign person, his personal attachment also can be done. So the property which he claims that it is his, it's not his now anymore, because he has already done a fraud, even he has taken back whatever fine he had to collect, he has taken back. Do you think that this process, by delaying the process, the investors will be unrest? Because small-time investors...
There is no scope for Mansoor to go to the court and claim the property. Period. That is a property which is in escrow in the sense that it is in the government. So it will go to the people, it will be liquidated, and the money will go to the court is open.
Your message, because still there are some fancy companies that come up in 3-4 months and people are still being...
Please don't get cheated. This is all fraud. This is all, thieving, dare robbery. And coming back to my role with the IMA, it is my solemn obligation because long back I had told the people that I would be hiring lawyers, but then it was advised to us that there is no point in hiring too many lawyers because too many spoil the role. Then I was begging for an opportunity in a small little way to help these people without taking any money from them. Grant is and free. I again this emphasis on that. And for all communities, not just the one community, all non-Muslims are welcome to if they have a problem. Otherwise, I think the process is very simple and safe.
Thank you for speaking. Sharyar Khan was kind enough, and he's given his office on Queens Road to the people who want to come and do online claims. He's not going to charge 1 paisa. He had made a promise when the fugitive Mansoor had ran away that any help from my side I would do it, and he has kept up to his promise. Very few people keep up to the promise in today's world. Is one answer?